It's certainly great to welcome you back to Connect. I'm your host, Conn Patrick Jackson, and we're going to connect with a character that is coming to a new series on History Channel that I can't wait for, because I would love to be in a period piece where I could be a knight and go out there and fight for my lady. Well, our next guest is doing that. Tom joins us. And Tom, what's coming to the History Channel?
So it's a show called Knightfall, and it's a kind of in-depth look into the Knights Templar, who, if you don't know who the Knights Templar are this very fascinating clandestine sect, medieval sect, who were some of the most elite warriors at the time, but they were also monks. And mythology says that they were in charge of looking after Christian relics such as the Holy Grail. And the show is about the Templars, and it's set 15 years after the end of the Holy War, the Crusades, and it's set in Paris, and it's about them and also their relationship with the King of France at the time, King Philip, and it's a show that's about brotherhood and betrayal, love, but loyalty. It's about the social, economic machinations and political interplay of the French court. And it's got a great love story. It's kind of got it all.
It certainly sounds like it has it all. I watched the preview probably 5 or 6 times. It lives up to exactly what you said. So tell us about your character and the challenges and what you've enjoyed about him.
Yeah, it was a really challenging role for me, both physically and emotionally. We shot this show over 7 months in Prague, and we went from boiling hot heat to sub temperatures. It was a tough shoot, and physically it was very draining because there's a lot of fighting and riding, and our costumes weighed about 50 pounds, so it was tough. But also the kind of emotional commitment that the role required. He's very much a classic character in the sense that classic hero in the sense that he gets beaten down a lot, both emotionally and physically, but gets himself back up, dusts himself down, and charges on. And over a 7-month period, that takes a lot of energy. But it was so fun. I mean, it was like a dream come true kind of job,
Not only does it sound like it's a nice fit with the History Channel, but it in some ways has to have a significant piece of it being kind of somewhat historical.
That's kind of the beauty of it being on the History Channel. I think, of course, it's an entertainment show, and as soon as you have something that doesn't exist, like the Holy Grail, you kind of know what the relationship of the show is. It is one of kind of fun and entertainment, but the show has a very strong skeleton of authenticity. We have a lot of real life characters in the show, and we stick to the dates that happened historically, and so we use that as our skeleton in which we kind of hang the flesh of the show on. And the look and the feel of the show is immensely authentic and historically accurate. The costumes, the makeup, the set design. It really is a kind of very beautiful looking show.
All right, Tom, not to put you on the spot, but is it harder to weld a sword or ride a horse for this series?
That's a good question. I'd actually learned to sword fight in drama school in the UK, which has got to be like the most British thing ever, Well, if you're going to learn to act, you have to learn to wield a sword. And I discovered that I had a propensity for killing people. I was quite good at sword play, but I didn't do it for 8 years after leaving drama school to doing this job. And we had this amazing French stunt coordinator, Cedric Proust, who just drilled us. This guy was a perfectionist, and so I don't know which one was harder. I mean, riding a horse was a whole new set of skills that I had to learn, but the fighting, the battles are awesome, and they really wanted it to look real and feel real and messy. I don't know, they were both a challenge, but both a lot of fun.
I'm certainly glad you conquered both of them. I can't wait to watch your character unfold this season. Big History Channel fan, and I know I'm going to be a big fan of Knightfall. Congratulations, Tom, and thanks for connecting with us.
Cheers, Conn.